Oh boy. Those be some head shakes though. I wasn't sure if that was a fish. I don't know if this is big. It's head shaking and staying down. I think this is gonna be a good one. Oh, it's staying down. You love to see it. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Wow, that's a nice one. I don't know how big that is, but that's decent size, boy. Let's go. Oh, it's barely hooked too. Oh, it's just one little treble point. Playing a dangerous game here, boy. This is so bush league. I wasn't ready for a nice fish. Why is it that I can do this and this fish doesn't come unhooked when it has one freaking treble point in his beak, but when fish are like hooked so nicely, they always seem to get off? Okay. Oh, come here, you nice lake trout, you. There we go, unhooked. We got him. There's the first nice lake trout of the year, boys and girls. Look at that beauty. There he is, first nice laker of the season. Maybe like a 34-incher, I'm gonna guess. Let's get him back. See ya, buddy. Let's go. All right, y'all. I know it's been a hot freaking minute since I've been on the YouTube. I promise there's a good explanation for that, but all that matters is that we're back. We're out here, we're making videos. I feel like this is where I belong. If you couldn't already tell, we are back out in beautiful Baker Lake, where this whole YouTube thing basically started. And man, I gotta say, it just feels so damn good to be back. This place just feels like home. So I assure you, I'm gonna get to the reason why I haven't been on the YouTube for a little bit. But for now, let's get this bait back in the water and let's get some more of those big mama lake trouts that we all love so much. Let's go. Okay, let's get that back out there. As you can see, the floor of the boat is removed. That is because about midway through last open water season, I cracked the hull of this boat and I had to get it welded. So today is the maiden voyage. So we're just making sure that things are going okay. And it looks like the leaks are pretty well sealed and we're back in premium condition. So it's currently about, I don't know, what time is it? 10 after 9 p.m. For those of you unfamiliar, we are so far north that we essentially have 24/7 fishable daylight right around now in the summertime. So we could stay out here all freaking night long. We might just have to do that. You might remember from a previous video, this little sandbar here. We're fishing at the mouth of the Thelon River that flows into Baker Lake. The Thelon River is just a nutty, turbulent river that dumps into this big old lake, which eventually dumps into Hudson's Bay. Now, the mouth of the river is pretty sandy, so the turbulent water has basically made like a beautiful little sandbar drop-off. Drops off from like 10 feet into about 20. And it seems like, at least from last year's extrapolation, that these big lake trout are hanging out on the edge. So what we're doing is basically just trolling up and down the sandbars ledge, trolling big baits. What we have on right now is a T60 flatfish by Yakima, I think. I don't know if that's the proper pronunciation on that, but they're just super wide, wobbly, floppy baits. Lots of action. And we're trolling just up and down this little bank. So we're just going to experiment, explore. The good thing about trolling for lake trout is you can just cover so much freaking water. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna troll back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, cover water, figure out what's happening. Due to the sandy nature of this sandbar, as it clearly states in the name, this drop-off is not the same as it was last year. I think the flow of the river kind of changes it up every year. It's kind of the same sort of shape, but it's definitely not totally accurate from the contours that I have, or that I charted from last year. So we're just gonna have to zigzag back and forth, see if we can find exactly where it is. Then we can just dial it in. As you can see, I have the Garmin kind of just sitting on the dash. typical Justin fashion, I brought up the head of the Garmin, but I forgot the brackets to mount it. So we're just willy-nilly sitting it on the dash. Chances are almost certain that it's gonna take a dunk off the side, but hoping the power cable keeps it from sinking to the bottom and we lose the whole thing. You can see that flatfish is just absolutely chugging bottom right now. Kind of went up onto the ledge, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. I mean, you probably don't want to chug bottom like that the entire time you're trolling, but once in a while, kick up some dust. Man, where's this ledge? This is way different over here. There's the edge. Man, that's sharp as F. Looks like there's probably fish down there. All those little marks are probably Cisco's or something. Well, what do you say? Shall we address the old elephant in the room? Shall I fill you guys in on where I've been for the last, I don't know, 5 months or 4 months or something? So I guess there's really no like super glamorous way to put it. After the divorce with Frostbite, kind of found myself in a little bit of a rut. I had big ambitions to like just absolutely kill it and do the damn thing. But I found myself kind of no job, all my equipment in the north, and you know, just kind of not really able to do much with my time. Now on top of that, for basically my whole adult life, I've kind of struggled with this little thing called depression. Now that might come as a surprise to a lot of you, considering most of the time I'm like the happiest, most energetic dude you'll probably ever meet. But every once in a while, I can kind of get in these little ruts, and it's kind of tough to get out of them. It's kind of one of those things that just can kind of happen to anybody. Runs in my family, you know, it's just one of those things. I spent a little time reflecting, thinking back on times in my life where I've been like super happy and the things that, you know, brought me so much joy before. And it always arrived back at fishing and fitness. A lot of you guys might not know this about me, but your boy used to be yoked back in the day. Kind of took a little bit of hiatus from that, but I got myself back into that action. Oh, there's a fish, I think. Yeah, that's a fish. Or a snag. No, that's a fish. I'll continue that thought in a moment. Ugh. Yeah, I think this is a good one again. As I was saying, fitness has been something that I've always got a lot of happiness and joy from. So I got myself back in the gym. You could probably tell your boy's getting yoked again. So we're gonna try to balance those two things, fishing and fitness. Moderation has never been my specialty, but we're gonna try our best. He's just spiraling in. It's not bad. Man, these fish are just not getting hooked very well. Check that guy out. It's actually not a bad fish. A little smaller, maybe a 31 or 32 incher. Deadly. That one came super shallow. So I'm thinking these fish are going to be shallow. It's too soon to tell, but we will see. That's not a flattering angle. Oh well. Okay, so back to it. Whoa! All right. I'm gonna put out about, I don't know, 75 to 100 yards of line. And now we're chilling, we're trolling. So where was I? What was I saying? Oh yeah, your boy's yoked. Things are good. We're back in action. We're feeling better than ever. Big love to all y'all that checked in on your boy, reached out. I appreciate you all. All right, so that's essentially the whole pass. I think we'll make our way back now. I think it's time that we switch up the bait. I think it's time to go with a big old spoon. Now, when I'm talking big old spoon, I mean a big old spoon. I don't know if you can tell how big this thing is, but it is effing huge. I think it's like 6 inches or something. It's a good size, really good size. Everybody knows that. There's that bait that we were using. Flatfish, a little bit of accessory cabbage from chugging bottom. Okay, Yakima out. Big boy spoon in. Now the flatfish, we were trolling like 2.5 to 3 miles an hour. This spoon, we're gonna have to troll a lot slower, maybe like 2 miles. Otherwise it's just gonna do some weird sloppy circles and not really have any action. You want it to kind of like kick back and forth like that and not just do that action. Don't want that. Do want that. Got it? Let's go. I'm gonna let out a little extra line just so the spoon will go a little deeper, because I want to be in like 5 to 10 feet probably, I'm thinking. And this spoon kind of just skims the surface. But if we put more line out, it'll hopefully go a little deeper. There we go, 120 feet. Whew! Almost lost her. Also, I'm going to point the rod holder down lower just to get the spoon deeper once again. Clicker on. Fish bites, we'll hear it. Now we don't have to worry about chugging bottom. If we're getting bit, we're gonna know for sure. Now the treble hook on that spoon is absolutely effing enormous. Hopefully that'll weed out some smaller ones. Like, we only want big bites. Miss me with those schmediums. You can see right there, it's a very blatant drop off. Wow, that shoots up. That's crazy. Dude, I can't believe that. It just went from like 25 to 5 feet in seconds. Whoa. I think that just got smoked. Is that getting whacked? I don't think that'd be hitting bottom in 10, 12 feet of water. Could be just a small fish trying to eat that big spoon. Oh, that was a fish for sure. I was just about to put the bibs on because I am getting ever cold. Wow, that fish bit over like 25 feet. So I suppose we should probably throw that shallow water bite out the window. Just when you think you know what the F is going on, you know nothing. Oh, there's a fish. Yep, fish. Jeez, I can't get this F in. Like, what are the odds that that happens? I haven't had a fish in like 45 minutes. As soon as I try to change the bib or put the bibs on, I get bit. No, medium. Dink. I'm just gonna release this one both side. He's spunky though. Man, what a little dink eating that big ass spoon. What were you thinking, little man? Dink. Okay, I'm switching out this spoon. The shallow bite is a joke. Back to the Yakima. That was the only fish that whole pass. We're basically where we started. Okay. Man, trolling is so nice and lazy. Okay, we're gonna turn this around and do the pass one more time off the deeper edge. Shallow bite was a joke. Yep, that's a fish. 100. Oh, that looks like a good one too. Please, please, please stay pinned. Those are big head shakes. Oh. Man, the gear ratio on this effing reel is so slow. Come on, be a good one. I don't know if it's that good. It's skipping across the surface. That's never usually a great sign. Dink. I was gonna try to flip it into the boat, but I don't think that's the play. It's actually a little bigger than I thought. Ay, ay, ay. Ah. He's hooked right in the meat of the cheek. There we go. Check that beauty out. A little bigger than Schmedium. That's super not bad. Let's get this guy back. Whoa, spunky. All right, well, the bite seems to be dying down quite a bit. I don't know if it's like lower light conditions that are turning these fish off, but I definitely did find last year that later into the evening, the bite slowed down. It's kind of like dinner time that it's really super hot at this spot. So with that said, we're gonna wrap it up at that. Nothing too exciting, nothing too special today, just a little welcome back to the YouTube video. My bad once again for being MIA. I will try my absolute hardest to not let that happen again and post as frequently as possible. As usual, thank y'all so much for the support and for watching. I appreciate y'all more than you know. So much more Baker Lake Big Mama content to come this summer. Stick around, there's more where that came from. Till next time, peace.